Here we go, guys. We're going to start. This is going to be day one on the old ugly duckling here, old Tasmanian devil, the KTM 500. I'm going to bring you on in here. We'll talk a little bit about it. We're going to go ahead and get this thing blasted off, cleaned up. So you can see here we got a little bit of sloppy situation going on with the motor. Hopefully it's nothing major. We'll see. We might have to replace some type of gaskets and seals in the motor. I'm gonna take you on over because it seems like we definitely do have good compression. Oh, I really can't even. Oh. So we definitely got good compression. I ran it through, I believe, all the gears. So hopefully no issues in this motor on this bike. Mainly gonna be cosmetic, cleaning it up. Probably get a new seat, things like that, obviously. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing blasted off, cleaned up. Throw some oil in this, drain the oil, see what it looks like. Man, this cap's on there so tight I can't even get it off. Man, what is this thing, German? Because that thing's on there good and tight. I'm gonna real quick throw a couple more pounds of air in these tires because I will be pushing it like a block away to the local car wash. And one more thing I'm gonna do also is you can see where this chain guide has totally rotted over the years, and that chain is banging on that bolt. So I definitely don't want to grind that down any more than it is, and I definitely don't want to listen to that the whole time I'm pushing it. So I'm gonna back this out, bump us up a couple PSI, and we'll get this thing blasted off. So I took the bolts out, and I don't know if these are original or not, guys, but man, check it out. It's like a real coarse thread, but who knows, even something like this chain guard for the swing arm, we might not be able to find it. We might have to rig up a different year and make something, maybe re-tap and do different holes, but we'll see. But I just want to show you how that was either the old style, they would use a coarse thread like that, or maybe somebody just totally threw different screws in there. Gonna do one last walkthrough. Go ahead and check this thing out. Should look like a whole new bike when we get done with it. All right, here we go. First major thing on the bike. Check this out, guys. Oh man, what the hell? Check that out. That's not a good sign. Whoa, that thing's a gusher. So we definitely got some type of pitting hole and right around that water pump housing. So that's going to be interesting when we crack that open and see what that looks like. One more time. I never had anything like this before. Whoa, look at that action shot. Wah, wah, not a good sign. So here we are, we're back after the first wash. And man, do we got some secrets going on with this thing. But anyway, you can see some parts cleaned up real nice. I really like the way how they got grease fittings all over on this bike, all over on the suspension, swing arm, and linkage. So that's pretty neat to see. Also KTM, I'm going to talk them up because I like the way how everything seems to be marked, tagged up KTM, or things like the levers, the company took time where it's made in Germany, things like that. So you like to see a company go the extra mile and make sure they brand every one of their parts, take a little bit more pride in what they do. So that's pretty neat. But definitely not a fan of this big pitted out case. So we're definitely gonna have to address that. Next, we're gonna go ahead and let's pull this spark plug out and double check if we even got spark on this bike. as long as if we got spark, good piston, transmission, I still think we're not in too bad a shape. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that spark plug out and see what we're looking at. All right, I couldn't see it at first, had me worried, but whew, we do have spark, guys. We do have spark. I'm gonna try to put you in here and maybe see if I can get you in a spot where you can see it. But man, it scared me at first. It was a little shy to come out, but we do have spark. Let me see if I can try to ground that to that bolt. And maybe I can do this one-handed here. Let me try. All right, here we go. All right, I don't know if you can see that on camera or not. If not, you're gonna have to take my word for it, but we definitely got spark, so that's a good sign already. Next, we're gonna go ahead and drain this motor oil and see if there's any nasty signs in the motor oil. All right, I think we might have a possessed bike here. You guys seen The Exorcism, right? Check this bad boy out. So as soon as I relieve the pressure of the cat. Oh my God, she's possessed. She's spitting everywhere. Little devil bike here. That's right, Tasmanian what? Devil. She's an angry one. All over my D-wall. Oh, that ain't cool. Killing aliens out here. But while we got the throw up on the ground, check it out. So far, it looks pretty clean. It doesn't smell too bad or anything like that. Oh yeah, it tastes nice and sweet. So that's the reason why some animals, guys, make sure you got dogs or anything like that. You make sure you get this antifreeze up, because that's why they'll drink it. Antifreeze has got a real sweet taste to it. That's why, you know, you watch that murder mystery channel, you'll be surprised how many people kill somebody by putting them antifreeze in their drink. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and drain this oil. You can tell I got my pan all nice and clean. So how we know if we see any contaminants in this pan once we drain the oil, that came from the actual motor and not from, you know, a dirty pan. So we'll be able to check and see if we have any bad signs from that. I'm gonna try to put that in there, and in a perfect world, it's gonna catch our oil. However, I plan on getting sloppy. I'll throw a Allen key in there just to get that pedal down. Now, I'm not 100% sure. It's my first time working on this bike, old Vuchtensheimer KTM here. Oh man, that was pretty tight. But this should be the drain bolt for the oil. All right, so you can see there. Go ahead and drain this oil. Ooh. Uh-oh, yeah, that's not looking too good. So you can see how thick that is. Uh-oh, we might have some major problems here. That stuff's coming out like batter. So most likely with that discoloration is probably contaminated from coolant, which is not a good sign. Who knows, we might have to really go ahead and take this motor apart, but the coolant looked clean, so I don't know, maybe it's just totally sludged up abandoned oil. All right, see what kind of water pump issue we got. All right, so you can see we got a crystallized mess in here. But you can see, let me see if we can get up in there. You can definitely see some major pitting and rotting away right there. So here we can see nasty water pump, man. That stuff is nasty up in there. I hate to even be touching my camera right now. It's getting a little gunked up. But you know how we do it on the channel. We keep it raw, baby. We keep it live action. So you can definitely tell, man, this is looking worse than I expected. Or something like that's where I left you guys off. I forget. Anyway, my camera died on me yesterday and I forgot. I had an appointment to get my hair cut. Man, the whole back of my neck was starting to itch. It was getting a little bit too much to handle. But anyway, I'm gonna bring you on in because this looks like it's a little too much to handle. Take a look at how bad our pitting is now that we can really see it. It's hard for me to get the camera in there without getting a shadow, guys. I got my light on as best as I could. My headlight, my batteries went dead, but man, look at how deep, let me see if we can get in there. Look at how deep I'm in there. This thing's gonna have to see the dentist. Look at all these cavities in here. This is unbelievable. So to finish off this video, we're gonna definitely go ahead and pull this water pump clutch cover off, or water pump housing, clutch cover, combination, whatever. That's another thing that I cannot believe about this bike. Let's go ahead and take a look. Look at everything you'd have to do some clutch maintenance on this bike. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So that's one thing. KTM, man, what the heck were you guys doing over there? Had your thumbs in your butt? What is that? Why would you ever do that? That's just totally aggravating. On the Honda, you had a a different cover you could take off if you wanted to service your clutch. And we're back to the CR. So I just want to show you, this is what I was talking about, how you can take this cover off and service your clutch on the 90 CR 500. And I believe in the earlier years, Honda was still doing this as well. So whatever the heck KTM was doing, man, I have no idea. But while we're here, man, look at that motor. If you haven't already seen the videos on this bike, guys, man, what are you waiting for? Get back to the channel and take a look at the Resto 500. But once again, guys, I am a CR man, Honda man my whole life. But one thing I cannot wait for is to get this bike cranked up, this KTM. And who knows, man, I'm ready to be a convert. You know, I'm ready to convert. If this baby's kicking out some power, we'll see. Man, KTM, what's going on, dude? I can't even get in there to put my Allen key in there. I thought this thing was gonna be like working on a dream. I don't know what you're paying the extra money for so far, right? I'm ready to see it, but I don't see it just quite yet. This is BS. I can't even, I might be able to get my extension up in there. Man, this is a joke. Really, man, this is BS. Whoever engineered this, you definitely had your thumb in your butt, dude. That's just so stupid. Oh, there you go. All right. Kickstarter's off. Check that out, all you guys with your fancy, let me put my 500 in the aluminum frame, man. Let me see you do that with your aluminum frame. All right, next, I'm gonna have to take the shifter off. This is the reality of working on stuff, guys. This is like a 2-second job turned into 5 minutes here. This is ridiculous. Come on, you little dirty. What the freak? Alright, I finally got it loose where I can definitely see oil seeping out of every part around it. I got it pried open, or pried to help spread it out here. And this mold still wants to stay on. Oh, it started to budge that time. Oh, here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, there we go. Yeah. Woo! She's a dirty girl. Oh, took a piece of wood already. Oh, there we go. So we gave it a tap in with a piece of wood. You definitely don't want to be banging on that thing with a metal hammer or metal. It looks like that whole water pump's actually just coming out in one piece now. Alright, with a little tap in, we did get our cover off, guys, and there is a little bit more damage I didn't know about. You can see an impact mark here. If you look on the back side, the crack did form on the back side, but it didn't pierce all the way through. So this should still hold motor oil back on this side. However, our water side is terrible. We're going to have to take this thing on the dentistry. We're going to try to patch up some of these things with epoxy maybe. Or you know what, maybe we'll just go ahead and order a new one tonight. Maybe rush shipping, we'll have it by tomorrow, right? That was an inside joke for you KTM guys that know that you cannot find this part. This is actually like gold. I believe the one guy right now on the internet is asking $760 some for this piece. So without me hearing this bike running and knowing what this bike feels like, that's out of the question. We are not made of money. But we are going to try to patch this up the best as we can. Real quick, I'll bring you in one more time to show you. All of our clutch is looking good and clean. I'll even go ahead and give it a squeeze. Look, you can see, oh, you can see the plates are wanting to separate nice, and you know, that's not all seized up. So that should be good. Here you go. All right, so one last thing I'm gonna leave you with. We did pick up a couple goodies today. Got some real nice fuel line. Might have to even throw that on the CR, like a clear yellow. I got a couple rows of this material because we will be making our own gaskets for this bike. After seeing how hard parts are to get, I'm not even gonna waste my time trying to order a gasket. And we got a couple bottles of the good stuff, 2+2. So next video we'll probably tear that carburetor apart, clean that, get that thing ready to roll, and try to do our best as we can patching this cover up, and we'll see what happens. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel, put the notification on, leave a comment, tell me what you think about the bike. Is it a total piece of junk, or is this a diamond in the rough? Anyway guys, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.